Good morning, students. I'm your science teacher, and this is video part 3 of this chapter, that is chapter 12, reproduction in plants. So students, in the previous video part we have already discussed about reproduction, modes of reproduction, that is asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. We have discussed about pollination, okay, and fertilization. So students, today we are going to discuss about fruits and seed formation. So students, after fertilization, ovary enlarges to form the fruit, and the wall of the ovary become the fruit wall. Okay, and the ovules become seeds. Fruit may have one or more seeds. Petals, sepals, and other parts of the flower usually dry up and falls off. See students, after fertilization, right, the ovary grows into a fruit and the ovules into seeds. So all other parts of the flower fall off, and this zygote divides to form an embryo that lies within a seed. Okay, so student, the fruit is the seed bearing part of the or the ripened ovary of the flowering plant, and the seed is the ripened ovule which contains an embryo and is covered by a protective coat. Okay, and the process by which the embryo in the seed becomes active and begins to grow into a new plant is called germination. Okay, so student, the fertilized egg divides several times to form an embryo within the ovule. Okay, and this ovule develops a tough coat around it, and that is called what, seed. Okay, and student, if we talk about the ovary of a flower, so it develops and becomes a fruit. Okay, and the seed, so student, the seed is a reproductive unit of a plant. Okay, and the seed contains a baby plant and food for the baby plant. So the part of the baby plant is in seed which develops into shoot with leaves, so that is known as what, plumule, and the part which develops into root, that is known as radicle. Okay, and the part of seed which contains stored food for a baby plant, that is known as what, cotyledon. Okay, so this is what fruits and how this fruits and seed is formed. Okay, now the last topic of this chapter, that is seed dispersal. So student, the carrying away of seeds from one place to another, that is called what, dispersal of seeds. Okay, so students, if we talk about this, so in nature students, you will find same kind of plants growing at different places because of seed dispersal, right? So this seed germinates to form a new plant. Okay, and a seed needs air, water, space, and sunlight for the germination. Okay, so if all seeds fall on the ground underneath the parent plant, okay, so this will create a competition among growing plants. So to overcome this competition, students, this scattering of seeds away from the parent plant is evolved. So that is called what, dispersal of seeds. Now students, this different agents help in dispersal of seeds, like we can say by wind, water, animals. Okay, so students, seed dispersed by wind or light have wings or hairs, so that they are easily blown away by wind. So students, if you talk about in some plant, students, such as thistle, the seeds are very light and have parachute like structures. Okay, so this help them to float in air, so they are dispersed by wind. So seeds of maple, pine, and drumsticks, they have wings that help them to be blown out by wind. Okay, now if we talk about seed dispersed by water. So students, if we talk about this, so some seeds such as those of coconut have a spongy and fibrous outer coat, so this helps them to float in water and move to distant places. Okay, now if we talk about seed dispersed by animals, so students, like men and animals eat fruits and disperse the seeds. Okay, so birds also play an important role in dispersal of seeds of edible fruits. So students, some other fruits like cockleber have hook tips that can attach to the fur or skin of grazing animals. Okay, so and carried to far off places. So if we talk about like seed dispersal by explosion, so students, some fruits like pea and castor explode when ripe. Okay, so this results in scattering of seeds. So in rubber plant, student, these seeds have dispersed through the mechanism. Okay, so this is what about the seed dispersal and how different agents help in dispersal of seeds. So that's all, students. Your chapter is complete now. I think that you all have understood. Thank you.